Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna set this up.
We all hear warnings from a young age about the importance of trusting our gut in dangerous situations. We're told to be cautious of suspicious strangers, especially after dark, and always to be safe rather than sorry if we feel that something is off.
Scary.
Sometimes it can be easy to brush off this advice. We may think that there's no way anything terrible could actually happen to us in our own lives. We've all heard stories in movies and on TV of deranged killers and cold-blooded psychopaths. But if we really came face to face with these monsters in a dark parking lot one night, how would we react?
I would win.
For our lives, flee out of fright.
I wouldn't flee. I'd take them all down.
And paralyzed by fear.
Ah, that's not what you would be hearing from me.
This episode unwittingly discovered her answer to that question on a pitch-black night back in 1988.
Oh yeah.
What is up, Iwu crew? We love hearing real-life, true stories from our listeners, just like the one you will be hearing today. If you or someone you know have had a similar unsettling encounter that you would like to share, please reach out to us to speak about setting up an interview that could be featured in an Iwu episode. As always, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.
Y'all better go do it.
Now, let's get into it. Wesley Shermantine and Lauren Herzog were like two peas in a pod. Born only 2 months apart in the mid-1960s, they grew up as indisputable best buddies, navigating their youth side by side in the small town of Linden.
How sweet.
A quaint rural area of California, nestled a little way south of Sacramento,
Aww.
and 95 miles east of San Francisco. During their childhoods, they lived on the exact same street within the quiet farming town, which had a tiny population of less than 2,000 people. Wesley had affluent parents who made the young boy's life very comfortable, and he was never left wanting for material possessions. However, his outwardly idyllic family life held dark secrets that his parents tried to keep hidden from the public eye. The Shermantines had a collective...
I can't stand parents that do those kinds of things.
People you didn't want to cross unless you wanted to risk being ominously dealt with. Despite young Wesley's harsh home life, with expectations for perfection, he and Lauren were never afraid to get their hands dirty, and they spent most of their time outdoors in the rugged wilderness, hiking
Oh,
the
real
surrounding
rugged.
hills or hunting and fishing in the woods. In 1984, the pair graduated from Linden High School, and despite their troublemaking tendencies, it seemed as if they were headed on the right path. However, just 1 year later, an incident would
How
shock
wrong they
the
would
whole
all
town,
be.
sending it into disarray and throwing these two fresh graduates into the eye of suspicion. A local teenage girl named Chevelle Chevy Wheeler went
This is more of a story. I've never seen this style that he's ever made.
She had been dropped off at school in the morning.
Yeah. I want to watch Interrogations. There we go.
Just where you at? You know? And he agreed. Like, yeah, I do feel like I have two horns coming out. I feel like I have the devil in me. And he, you know, it's like he was growing like a demon. And he's got red.
In the early hours of June 9th, 2013, dispatchers received a chilling and nearly incomprehensible 911 call.
Why you need medical, police, or fire? Okay, meow, meow, meow. Hello? Okay, you're gonna have to stop crying for or calm down so I can understand what you're saying. Your name? And what did your boyfriend do? Is he there now?
Yeah, but he's out. I don't know. Listen, he's about to die. He's not breathing. He said, I need you here right now. And
I'm trying to get someone out to you, ma'am. Are there any weapons involved?
oh, man. It's just me.
She has to be on drugs. I doubt she's crying that hard.
And he's about to die. I didn't say to him, and I couldn't find the phone. Somebody called me.
Okay, so is he beating you up or is he about to die?
Yeah, he's beating me up in the...
The following never-before-seen footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed attorney and former criminal prosecutor, a licensed clinical psychologist, and
Oh
a
my.
former licensed professional counselor. The Park Lane is a high-rise set of luxury apartments located in Houston, Texas. As officers arrived on the scene, they could hear the sound of a woman weeping within apartment 18.
Real high quality, it sounds like.
The door opened to reveal 44-year-old Anna Trujillo. As the doorway's foyer faced a wall, the officer didn't have an immediate view of what lay inside.
A lot of trash in the ocean. So glad humans exist, because if not, this would have been terrible.
A set of luggage and suitcases was an adjoining hallway. Lying in that hallway was the body of a man. The carpet by his head saturated a deep crimson. He didn't appear to be breathing. Cuts, bruises, and other abrasions were evident on his neck, torso, and arms. Yet the most unusual detail may have been the single size 9 blue suede stiletto left shoe resting near his head, adorned with blood and strands of sandy hair.
So
The body matched the
nasty.
description on the man's identification card, revealing that he was 59-year-old Alf Stephen Anderson, a highly skilled research professor and biochemist at the University of Houston's Center
Perfect.
for Nuclear Receptors and Cell Signaling.
I feel like this should be way faster.
Anna seemed dazed.
It's actually very
Finally
slow.
told officers he was holding me and wouldn't let go. She claimed they had been arguing, but how had a simple argument reached such a fatal conclusion? Investigators knew there must be more to the story. The responding officers had Anna sit against the wall out of the way as they began to survey the scene. What they discovered there tips the scales of the bizarre, setting this case apart from others while sparking a media sensation. The officers discovered a collage, presumably an homage to the professor from friends and colleagues upon the occasion of his birthday. Ironically, for reasons you'll find out later, near the center of the frame is a page that reads "Shoe Fetish."
I'm gonna go to chapter 8, guys.
A woman's shoe. Other cutouts of women's shoes are prominent, many featuring stiletto heels. In the hallway, within the general area of the body, a men's pair of shoes had been placed against the wall, and next to them was the stiletto's clean twin. Moving to the living room, detectives found a new set of mysteries. On the floor in front of the sofa was a wad of hair, seemingly a match to Stefan. 2 additional clumps rested upon the couch itself. On one end of the sofa was Anna's purse. Within it was an ominous omen. A tarot card book, open to the page describing the card representing death. Stuck to the corner of the book was a sugar packet, possibly corresponding to the white granules sprinkled across the glass coffee table,
Oh my.
which was littered with a set of mysterious handwritten notes, one of which was signed Anna. One note reads, "May the shield of truth protect you. May the sword of justice judge. Let the pen be mightier than the sword."
PC's very
Another
loud.
says, "I ask for you and your spirit and soul to be at peace, your mind calm, your heart pure strength." Detectives cuffed Anna and led her outside to photograph her to create a visual account of evidence, such as her clothing, bloodstains, and any injuries she may have sustained.
So
While she
scary.
exhibited bruising in places, she didn't complain of any pain or injuries except for her knee. But as this was under her clothing, there was little that investigators could do to explore this issue at that time. When this process was complete, they loaded Anna into a police cruiser and set off for the station. Detectives had a lot of questions that needed answers. Was this a case of self-defense or cold-blooded murder?
Cold-blooded
As the
murder.
only witness able to provide a first-hand account of the events, they knew that Anna's dazed mind held the knowledge that would prove key to understanding the tragic death of Stephen Anderson. However, they were rendered speechless by the wild and twisted narrative of Anna Trujillo, aka Anna Fox.
That's not it, is it?
44-year-old Anna Trujillo.
I think there was an
recognized
island in
as
the way.
host of her own community access television show,
Yeah.
and now as a suspect in the death
We'll
of
stop here
Stephen
anyway.
Anderson. As she awaits the detectives, she sits in a slouched position with her head
I need
down,
more
hands resting
shoes.
between her legs in a protective gesture. She begins to move her legs, which is a release for nervous energy.
Here you go, Anna.
Anna barely looks up at the
More
sergeant.
shoes, more
This is
shoes, more
unusual
shoes.
behavior as most people
More
make
boots.
eye contact with people as they interact.
Nice shoes.
The sergeant leaves for a short time.
Need more
Detective
flowers
Evans
in
to
here.
start the interrogation.
Right, Anna. Remember me? I'm Brian Evans with HPD homicide.
The detectives have Anna's chair facing away from the table, so there are no barriers to prevent them from observing her entire body. Nonverbal communication can be very useful, and the absence of any barriers has the benefit of making the suspect
Oh, yeah.
feel exposed and ill at ease. The atmosphere is stark, with no distractions, to enhance the feeling of an unwelcome environment. The goal is to make the suspect feel uneasy, as it makes them dependent on comforting factors only the interrogator can provide them, such as food, water, cigarettes, and compliments. The interrogator wants as much leverage over the suspect as possible.
What we wanted to do is meet with you in hopes of getting your side of what happened last night there. And we need to try to, for our understanding, if
I mean, come on now.
could explain.
How am I catching up to this, bro?
Stefan.
Detective Evans leans forward to meet her at her level. This may be an attempt to appear less intimidating. He asks about her relationship with Stefan to get her talking, but also to establish a baseline for her speech, cadence, tone, body language, and mannerisms, so they have a basis for comparison when they reach
Very
more
flat.
sensitive topics.
We went out and he really liked me.
This.
He was very
Maybe that.
and said he
We'll
liked
see.
me, and we started seeing each other. And he asked me to move in and he wants me to marry him.
In a short span, she has repeated, "He really liked me," twice. It may be important for Anna to make it known that she's well liked, indicating that she enjoys being the center of attention and may exhibit narcissistic traits. On the other hand, Anna may want to make it known that Stefan really liked her in order to make herself appear innocent, as she's trying to make it sound like there were no issues or hostility between them.
He wanted to marry me, and I said, I think that we should live together first, so he agreed. And so he asked me to move in, and we did. And ever since then,
If this is true, it had to be a recent development, as the Park Lane apartment registry
Oh, no.
listed Anna as a guest for June 8th and 9th. What this means is that they likely only recently
Yeah.
moved together, or
Get
hadn't been living together long, which is why she was still only listed as a guest. This detail could cast some doubt on Anna's claims about the seriousness of their relationship.
Pure Banoid.
For the next 30 minutes, Anna talks non-stop about a whole series of relationships in which she paints herself as a hard-working, blind-sided victim who eventually decides to escape the abuse before going into a new relationship and beginning the cycle anew.
he pushed me,
How nice.
hit me against the wall, and I cried. I begged him. I tried everything. And he took me,
You know what you do when someone's abusive to you in a relationship? Leave.
Slightly, I met my boyfriend, and then so he knew the story and everything, and he said he would take care of me. And then he became physical because I wanted to leave, and he's like,
Oh, I wanted to leave, but I
what
didn't.
can I do?
She portrays
I
herself
hate-
quite positively while depicting her
I hate
partner
both
as
people
being
in abusive
flawed.
relationships.
I was a wife, I had a career, I took care of my girls, in the house I cooked, I did everything, and it just seems like it just wasn't enough.
Incessant talking could be an indicator of personality disorder, or a deliberate attempt to stall detectives from questions about why she's really here. None of this information
Ooh,
is
we got a lot of bees
relevant
on this
to
one.
death, and it seems Anna has a hard time staying on topic. Nonetheless, this information could help investigators determine whether these men are abusing her, or whether she follows a pattern of asserting potentially false accusations.
So she has multiple men abusing
Finally
her.
clicked in my
And
head.
she's still, finding them. No one just does that.
He made love to me, and I didn't want to. And he's like, "You're mine. You're everything. You belong to me." And I said, "Yes, of course." And he's like, "I want everything. I want your spirit." And then he's whispered in my ear, he goes, "I want your soul."
The detectives have exhibited seemingly unending patience as she goes through one dramatic story after another, unprompted.
I told you not to move. I went to the Bermuda Triangle. I've done everything for you to love me, and you still don't love me. Like, and I was like,
The officers are acquiring an incredibly detailed baseline of how she chooses to present herself.
Hey.
It's interesting that being in the situation that she's in, she would rather
Oh, what's
talk
up,
about
Brian
past
Gaming?
boyfriends than provide any kind of explanation for what happened with Stefan. It's important to note that this interrogation is unlike many others. The main difference is that this isn't a case of who did it, but a question of what really happened between Anna and Stefan that night. For this reason, the majority of the tactics the detectives usually use during interrogations aren't needed. Because she wasn't denying killing Stefan, the detectives just wanted her to keep talking, as the more she does, the more they have to use to discredit her. This is why they're so silent and don't ask her many questions.
anyone in my soul? I said, no. No, like, not my soul. You can have my body or me or whatever you want. You cannot have my soul.
This is how all the islands should be, not these massive things that you have to
He
climb.
became my friend and he took care of me because I was afraid to go. So, you know, I loved him as my friend, actually.
And that was up until 2012.
Yeah. He cared for me and he loved
I don't
me.
think those towers do anything.
So we started to care more.
Yeah, oh, of course, yes.
More than friends.
Yes, yeah. He loved me, took care of me, and, you know, he loved me, and I
Loot.
told him that I could not love him because I did not feel anything for him. You know, but he was there. And
What a
then
slut.
But after a while, he kept, like, on and on and on and on and on, and then, you know, I gave in after a while, because then I said, well, he's taking care of me or whatever, you know. He's always loved me like that, but I had no love. I couldn't love him.
The friend Anna has been talking about is James Jimmy Wells.
What a simp.
Investigators were able to reach out to him to learn more about their relationship.
Oh,
Anything beyond that dating
Big
relationship?
Bear.
Talks of marriage, talks of kids.
Golly.
I'm just
Kind of
clear this up.
limited edition bears are those?
She did become with child at one time. We had a couple times, but we weren't serious. It was just
Okay.
platonic. We were real good friends. But she became with child one time, and but she suffered a miscarriage.
Okay.
She never mentions the pregnancy and subsequent miscarriage that James discussed during his interview. Instead, moving on to the story of her next
Miscarriage, she
relationship
definitely
and
killed that thing.
digression into her experimentations with holistic medicine before returning to the topic at hand.
And Stefan, you know, he was older, beautiful. I like intelligence. He's respectable, and he treated me very good, and he liked my art. I showed him the beauty of art, the healing, and everything, and that's it.
Okay.
He did not.
Before we go into any depth in talking about
Yeah.
Stefan, I want to hear how this relationship developed with you and Stefan.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Before we do that, though, we have to take care of a.
I don't think I have this one.
Okay.
In order for us to talk about that,
Okay.
are you willing to talk to us about your relationship with Stefan, how it developed, and how it basically unfolded? How,
Yeah, I'm about to
Me,
be.
if I'm willing to. You're saying
Well, we have to.
Trying to. This shark hasn't attacked me.
Where I have to.
I was just on the island, but he hasn't come
make sure
attack.
that you understand the statement.
Maybe it didn't. I just don't notice.
Discussed anything about you
Yeah.
and your relationship.
I think there's two more.
Finally, an hour into the
I know one of them
interview,
has
the
wings.
victim. The detective needs to ensure that anything
We're
she
gonna
says
go to
in
the,
relation to the crime
8th
is
chapter.
admissible in court. So
This
the
island was like literally just
the
directly in the
search
path
of
though.
the procedure is just a
So,
formality, so as not to alert
just
her
do
to the
that.
seriousness of
Actually,
waiving these
no.
rights.
We'll just do
Is that
that.
something you're willing to do, willing to agree, so that we can continue?
Now he's
You're
attacking.
saying, do I need an attorney? Are you saying
Well, that's part of it.
he homicide? He died?
Despite his efforts, this declaration
Oh.
sets off warning bells for Anna. Even though they told her from the beginning that they were homicide detectives, Anna acts like she's just now learning that her actions led to his death. The surprise she's trying to convey at this point is likely disingenuous.
Obviously.
Stefan is dead. Yes.
I was giving him mouth to mouth.
Right. I know.
Her response to the news of Stefan's death is extremely suspicious, as she has a little reaction and even gets a little defensive.
And
that was relayed on the
Oh my.
the fact that you were performing CPR.
so are you saying?
No, what I'm telling you is that I want to continue talking to you about you and your relationship with Stefan.
I think that should be fine right there.
From the very beginning, how it developed. Now would be a good time for a break if you would like to take a break. I actually would take a break myself.
I don't know why I was going backwards.
The interview has now reached the actual interrogation segment, and since Anna is expressing an adverse reaction to the impending Mirandization, the detective calls for a break. He likely wants to give her some time and distance from this negativity.
Oh, poor thing.
Take a break from that. Okay, it's 10:05.
Actually, I'll keep that.
Go right in.
The mushrooms can go there. I know you can make like special foods with these, but I can't bother.
I'm sure you haven't had anything to eat.
I just keep them there, go, because it looks decorative, I guess. Did she say cocaine? I'd believe it. She sound ratchet.
To return, Detective Evans asks a few questions unrelated to Stefan that may provide some more insight into their suspect.
Have you ever been formally diagnosed with any psychological problems or psychiatric problems?
Diagnosing someone psychologically is dumb.
Because of
People are just evil.
in relationships throughout your life, or at least throughout the latter part of it.
Yeah, no, my mom and my sister were concerned. They didn't know, so I did have
Just so it rains,
my
and have this water tank thing, and you can either pump water in here with the pump machine, or you can have rain fall in it. But I put it like under this, so I don't think rain can even get to it, which is kind of sad. But I don't want to get rid of that.
In this case, Anna begins to eat the candy as Detective
Sad.
Evans catches his partner up on what he missed. She seems rather
Uh-oh.
unconcerned and
There we
is
go.
sitting there chewing her food and elaborating on her suspected
Almost fell off
issue.
again.
But then she says this. This could be another stalling tactic, as it appears Anna is doing everything under her power to keep from talking about Stefan.
She murdered him.
We might be able to get you a white Tyvek suit. You know, have you seen those before? They almost look like a lab suit. You know, the clean lab suits. The white.
You can barely hear her talk.
Made by DuPont. We have those.
I think that's it. I can barely hear her talk, and I have this on.
in our CSU offices.
Can you hear the officers fine? Because they're supposed to be interrogating her. They're kind of quiet, though, too.
She's been sitting
Not as quiet as her.
for hours, so it's peculiar that it's just now bothering her, especially since she's been casually chatting and eating candy bars. At times, she was even resting her hands atop the bloodstains with no appearance of disgust. While the detective gets Anna something to cover her pants, let's take a look at what we've learned about her from the interrogation so far. Throughout each of Anna's relationships,
I don't need to have those anymore. I could just go get water from over here. I just see that a lot. This is kind of hidden.
allegedly suddenly and unexpectedly develops problems,
Fill her
such as
up.
instability, abuse, or obsessiveness. She becomes a victim.
he became obsessed with me. He stalked me. He became possessed or something because he was breathing really hard. He just became obsessive, compulsive.
When this happens, she eventually finds the strength to get away into the arms of the next man that rescues her. repeating
Yeah,
the
rescues her, but she finds abusive people, apparently.
Second husband.
I can't.
I became friends with the man. Then I met my
A
boyfriend.
crane.
At this point, the former rescuer in her mind becomes her persecutor. This is classic thinking behavior of someone with borderline personality disorder, although to our knowledge, she's not been diagnosed with it. Left alone in the room with Sergeant Triplett, Anna makes no attempt to speak to him as she has with Detective Evans. She definitely seems to have triangulated which of the two will be her potential rescuer in this situation.
Oh
The pair sit
yeah.
in silence for a few long minutes
I'm
before Detective Evans returns.
They're begging to be the one rescuing her too. I bet they're so excited. They're pumping their fists in joy.
Well, you can actually put it on, or you can just drape it over your lap, whatever you want to do.
Let's see.
The investigation comes to a temporary halt as detectives wait for Anna to dress. When the medical examiner's report from the autopsy of
We'll
Stefan's
just start
body
this
came
one.
back, the official cause of death was reported to be blunt force head and facial trauma. The coroner also
Let's see where we are
reported
able to
blunt force
dock.
trauma to his neck, torso, and extremities, as there were many injuries along the arms and wrists. Needless to say, Stefan's head suffered the most grievous wounds.
The heck is that?
There were 10 lacerations and additional abrasions and contusions, bringing the tally to 25 separate injuries, not counting those inflicted to the rest of the body. In the interview room, Anna is now dressed, so detectives once again broach the topic of Anna's Miranda rights.
We're not going to blindside you here with anything, okay? We're here to try to understand things.
What's up with all these like structures, places where people are supposed to be? Why are they just like non-existent anymore? Everything is abandoned. Everything is gone. Why?
All right, I'm going to read these to you
Humans.
one at a time.
It's just
And
humans.
then after each statement, I will ask you if you understand it.
The officers continue reading through.
Hello? Yes. I don't know. Okay. Dogs are loud for no reason. Always gotta be loud for no reason. I wonder if we can fit this thing right in the middle.
Through each, ensuring that she understands so that there can be no allegations of misconduct.
Why would
Probably
I
not.
speak to you? Or why
But we can make like a little bridge on the
should I wait
on one end.
and have
Oh, maybe.
presence as opposed to me?
That's
No.
a personal choice. Yeah.
These statements show that Anna is not as out of
Oh,
it
dude,
as
we
she
could
presented
totally
to be
make
at the
it.
beginning of the interrogation. The fact that she's considering the risks of speaking to
Oh,
the
but I wouldn't
detectives
even be
without
able to get
attorney
up there.
present shows that her thought process is intact. This tells
Okay.
us that the 1 hour of stories
Well.
and tangents could be a manipulation tactic.
I'll just swim this way.
I suppose because I'm just going on whatever I say without counsel, then you guys can. Am I being charged with anything?
No, ma'am.
No,
this
you
time you're
dumb
not.
lady. You're not supposed to
When she
understand your
asks this,
rights.
She reaches out with
You're
her
supposed
hands,
to not
palms
ask for a
facing up,
lawyer
generally
and
a sign
give
that
up all the
someone is trying
information.
to appear open.
So if I suppose that it was going to be more.
The heck is that?
Okay. So if
Oh, it's a rat.
That
It
makes
didn't look like it.
If you're not, you are a very intelligent person. Okay.
What did you say?
Well, I can ascertain the fact that you're an intelligent person. You're a very articulate person as well.
Anna clearly relishes in
Thank
the
you.
detective's compliment, even in these circumstances, indicating she may be self-absorbed. The detective could potentially use flattery as an
How are you
effective
not
method
able to go in
appeal to
there?
her.
We're not here to deceive you in any way.
Can't stand that.
I have been the whole thing. I have been deceived a lot, you know? And it's. I want to trust. That's the whole thing.
How do you even get this far just to
So,
fail?
I suppose.
That's
this
sad.
Is what it is if I openly talk to you because I did not want him to die. You know? if I be quiet and don't say anything? Does
Yeah,
that
she
make
didn't.
me seem like
She didn't want
guilty
him
and
to
I'm
die
hiding
because she wanted to
things?
kill
I
him
won't say
again.
anything until my attorney gets here, or it doesn't make me seem like I have nothing to hide and my innocence, and it shouldn't matter who's here,
Oh, I'm
who's not. If I open up, or you understand? Like
It doesn't do one or the other.
They got an excavator up here?
It's a
That's
right.
gangsta, dude. Put that on my raft.
That's why we,
Take that with me.
that's why we read you the rights so that we make certain that you understand.
Anna claims she didn't want Stefan to die, but she's only expressed concern for herself thus far. She also seems unable to make decisions about herself, such as this one, without guidance. This can be a sign of dependent personality disorder. Someone suffering from this disorder has a constant need to be
Hardcore
in a
parkour,
relationship
baby.
and seeks out new ones as soon as a previous one ends, constantly needing someone else to take care of them. However, to our knowledge, she's never been diagnosed with this disorder.
No one has disorders. Just
She points her fingers
retardation.
in her lap here, as if trying to appear meek and small.
Would it make you feel better to talk about it or not to talk about it? I mean, psychologically.
oh, of course, talk about it.
While
Oh.
seemingly an effective technique, the detective's question here is questionable and possibly manipulative. As she's
How do I
concerned
have
with
to
the
hit this
legal
thing
aspects
4
of
times
speaking
with
them,
this
and
machete?
he addresses the emotional benefits
But
instead.
I can
For
shoot
the
it twice
next
with a
5
bow
minutes,
and it's
Anna
dead.
goes off on yet another tangent,
That makes
revisiting her
sense.
past to continue painting the picture of herself as a constant victim.
I have been broken mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. That's when I realized if I don't get up,
Better be able to move the screen.
I'm gonna die.
Finally, the detective speaks and begins to play into her victim mentality with the intention of making her feel like he
Yeah.
knows everything she's been telling him.
Yeah, baby.
This approach appears to work.
Cranky.
It took you a while, mentally and physically, to get you to a point where you finally said enough's enough.
Oh, I didn't bring the zip
I
line.
gotta get up.
I'm an
I
idiot.
have to do something. I have to start living my life again. Okay? We understand that.
What's this? Oh, a grill. Nice. Better grill. That's gangsta. Can I walk on these? Nice.
So you're saying that you do
Oh, I can just climb up the ladder.
want to talk to us about last night?
Singles up high.
Stefan, your relationship with Stefan. You want to waive your rights? and
Oh, they had
talk
one I
to
could
us?
just run up.
She performs self-soothing gestures with her hands, rubbing
Oh,
one
no,
atop
oh,
the
no.
other, signs of elevated stress. She likely realizes at this point she can't get around talking about it. The detectives have done an excellent job guiding her to this point, as she was clearly on the fence. Nonetheless, the investigators spend nearly 5 more minutes trying to
Well,
get
I
a
gotta get
definitive
back
answer
down
to this
now because I
question.
didn't have the zip line on me. Oh, okay.
So you do wish
We.
to talk to us. Yes. So you're,
Uh-huh.
you're waiving your rights.
Oh my
so that
gosh.
you can talk to us.
The heck is
With
this
official
place, bro?
confirmation, the detectives can now
Looks
question
gangsta.
Anna without representation.
Just start from the beginning of you and Stefan. How the two of you began your relationship and
It was
Gonna have a nice explorer. I don't think this is the place.
the lobby.
I thought it would be bigger.
I can see her examine for this place.
Unless it's like humongous. What is the place?
We went out. I was interested in him because he's
Okay.
a biochemist. Not because of the work that I've been doing to myself. Everything that's a self-interest. All I did was study. Because of the things that I've been through. I was interested in him because of his knowledge and his wisdom.
Oh, so she's a gold digger. Murderous gold digger.
That was my interest.
As far as I know, I think so.
Anyone,
I think it's the ending.
I
But we haven't finished exploring it though, so we'll see what else they have.
Wanting to see him, or be with them was because of his
Eat
work.
this.
Anna seems to view some of her relationships based on how the other
Put this
person can
down.
help her.
They befriend me and they're good and they trust me and everything, and then they
I found the
wanting
this
to be
grill.
romantic with me And
So
I don't see them that way.
let us
I'm
make
too
it.
loving.
I'm
care
too loving. Oh,
too
I
much.
care so much.
And I
So
don't want to
much.
hurt their feelings. And I'm an artist. I'm in love with love. I love to
I
create.
hate
want
people.
To create love and beauty and things. And I want to see you as a being. I don't want to see you as a man. And I don't need that type of relationship.
As usual, Anna seems to struggle with
Dying
staying
of
on
thirst.
topic, choosing instead to talk about herself. She's leaning in toward the detective as she speaks. Often, it's the detective who's the one invading the suspect's space, instead of the other way around. Her body language is conveying a level of closeness and intimacy that is unusual given the circumstances.
My interest
Can you use
in
this
what
battery
I'm not
power?
into. I
How many can I
always
put
want
on
to
here?
work with them. Okay?
Let's take this
Despite
one.
this, she was not only sleeping with all of these men, but often living with them. indicating
Nasty
that she was
whore.
likely using them. Based on what she says, she may be incapable of love or attachment to people,
She isn't
suggesting that her
capable.
behaviors align with a person who has antisocial personality disorder with strong
Pieces of meat, I guess.
narcissistic traits. There's a lot of overlap between narcissism
wonder if
and
it's
antisocial
faster.
personality.
This
But
doesn't
people
look
with
very
just pure
advanced. She's a hoe.
narcissistic personality disorder typically do not commit murder. It's when antisocial personality traits are in the mix.
Does the-
that
okay.
person often commits
Does
more
this look
serious
more advanced than
violations
that?
of the safety and well-being of others.
Just because this one's electric?
You know what? I'm very comfortable where I'm at.
Which one's more advanced? Blue or red?
And if you all you want to do
Blue or
is,
red? Come on.
play around or toy with me or whatever, I'm not interested because I'm very comfortable where I am. And
No.
I'm comfortable. I do not need to have someone romantic.
Still not done cooking, so I don't know.
And if you just want a
I can't see why it would cook quicker anyway.
Somebody else.
You know what? I'll put this with
What
the
I want is
food.
real. I want a real relationship. I want to have a man, and I want to go to that man forever.
Ah, bet you do.
Anna is losing a
I
lot
bet
of
you do.
credibility with her stories. First, she states that she has no interest in Stefan, yet when he expresses
Okay,
interest
so-
in her, she wants something serious.
I'm gonna make a new scuba. The red one looks more advanced.
He did drink.
It does. Look how much ingenuity went into that.
Oh,
creativity. But this
he's accomplished.
this is
He's about to
bad.
retire. He just wants to live his life.
Bad.
He just
Still not done.
Okay.
And besides, I would much rather put my food on that
From the beginning,
than
like,
this.
if
Which
I
one
want
looks
to
more
see you as my
nasty?
husband, then I need for you to.
Which one's more
do
nasty?
certain things, right? I want you to. He's going to start exercising. Not. I never told him it. Because he was out of shape, completely out of shape. He was red. He was puffy. He'd been drinking a lot, and then through the course, he also told me that he suffers from depression.
The blue one looks more nasty? Exactly. And can you tell me where I got the grill marks from? Where did I get those grill
It
marks
is
from?
interesting that rather than establishing herself as a battered woman, as with the other relationship, Anna presents herself more as Stefan's caretaker.
So let me
Nonetheless, the
make
information she
a
provides
new
about
bottle.
herself may be important. Since
Take
Stefan
this
was older and in poor
and
health, if he
this.
did in fact attack her, it may have been possible for her to overpower him.
It
With
takes a
seeing his
good-
numerous health issues, Anna tells the investigators that Stefan had an infection in his eyes.
It
as well
takes
as
a
an
good
abscess in
fit
his back.
for you to see it.
So I worked on him.
Good
and
fit.
I found the abscess in his back, and it was huge.
What do you
So I
mean?
broke it. And through the healing, I did what I did it, and I took all that infection. It was an infection, and it was getting close to his spinal cord already.
Oh, big.
That's why he couldn't see, he couldn't
Okay.
hear, and it was already, he was dying. He was dying. In other words, he was not taking care
So
of
make
himself.
that.
I started, taking him out,
Now we
taking
can
care
make
of him.
that
Now,
as soon as we get
just
that.
eat on a regular basis,
And then the
go out,
flippers.
make him walk,
Some more goop.
get him out of his routine.
Even if true, Anna's detailed descriptions of all these negative features seems inappropriate for a loved one that has just died and begins to reveal more about how she really feels about him. Naturally, Anna's story is just
Exactly,
one
she a
perspective.
hoe.
Officers want to acquire varied points of view to determine the truth.
A dirty
Since
hoe.
Stefan is unable to speak for himself, they seek out others who knew him and interacted with him to speak to his character, while also learning more about Anna's reputation. One such witness is one of Stefan's closest friends.
In the beginning, I thought it was a perfectly normal.
She a hoe. A dirty hoe. Now we make some flippers. And I'll take the headlight too. But I already have
Be
that.
open, be honest. Okay, when you say uncomfortable, explain to me what do you
We'll
mean
take
by
that, the
uncomfortable?
zip
Did she use
line.
bad language? Was she
I think that's all we need.
rude gestures?
I think it was more like she said strange things.
Okay, such as
And if there was a bottle of water or a glass of wine or something, she could say, "Yeah, do you see that fish in there?" And we said, "No, I don't see any fish."
you don't. Okay.
After this peculiar revelation, the interviewing officer wants
She's
to
crazy.
explore the dynamic
She's crazy in the
between
head.
Stefan.
From my understanding from going through this entire case, everybody has told me that I've interviewed that Stefan always took care of Anna. He paid for everything. He took her everywhere. He did every single thing for her.
Yes.
Is that correct? He was
Okay,
always the guy
so
who
now
paid for
we'll
everything.
That's my answer.
drink up all the H2O we
Anna does
can.
acknowledge that Stefan was good to her. She doesn't sound particularly appreciative
Fill
of
it
his
up.
generosity.
He does not drive. He doesn't like to drive.
Nice.
Yet, we need things.
I don't like to drive either. You're gonna kill me.
My license is expired because I didn't have my residency. So I couldn't get my driver's license until I got my residency. Okay? So I'm stuck. I don't drive. He completely became obsessed with me. He loved me. And he was like, I was his everything.
I was his everything.
Or I wake up when I was sleeping and I wake up, he would be there.
Oh, they went fishing. Oh, they got a flat.
I would go to sleep.
Dude, they got a flat on the lancha.
I'm tired. He wake up like
They got a flat tire.
infant. I was like, oh, where's he? I'm like,
Hold up, whore. Dang. Look at that. Gone, bro, in the middle of the road. Going down the bay. Dude, it's like super dark. Why would they go right now? You need something. It's so dumb. I think they have the impact in the truck anyway. Hopefully they have the right socket. I think they have a spare on the thing anyway. But I don't know if they have a jack. I don't think they have a jack. So we'll see. Look at that. Look at that double kill, baby. Double kill. They said it wasn't possible. But let me tell you, nothing's impossible with me.
and he was like, come on, ooh, make love. Or he get like, he want to make love and be like that. And he was like a little kid. And psychologically, this messed me up. I was like,
Oh,
In addition to contacting Stefan's
hello?
friends,
No, Jose, we don't need that.
I.
This is spare tire.
Alright.
Push up and grab the one we brought from Georgia.
Don't they have one on the boat? I thought they had one on the boat.
No, they don't have one on the boat. It's a 5-stud.
Alright, I'm going.
Alright, bye.
Yeah, be quick. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream early. I know, y'all excited. But they got a flat, and now I gotta go get the tire. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all just be safe and don't die, because that would suck.